Huh? There's nobody here. The room was completely empty. I edged forward and peeked around the partition. There he was. Temioji. He was standing next to Quark, apparently oblivious to my presence, looking down at something in his hand. A picture? I must have made some small noise, because he suddenly looked up and saw me, and hastily shoved the picture back into his pocket. What was that? It was a photo of something, right? Was it yours?
Forget it. It's got nothing to do with you.
But all the stuff we had with us when we got grabbed was taken away. Why are you hiding
Why
it?
should I tell all of you about one measly photo?
Anyway, where's Lorna?
I asked her to leave. I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit. So, why are you here?
I wanted to hear the rest. I wanted to hear the story, mate.
The rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
Seriously, I know you're old, but you can't have that bad memory loss, right? I'm talking about the simulated manned mission. Sorry, I didn't know why I said simulated for a second there, and then I realized, oh, it's meant to be a fake version. The test of manned mission to Mars. We heard that recording about it.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be.
God damn it.
Seem to be forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Hey, nice try, pal, but you're not getting away with this time. You remember something, alright? You remember so much you told me it'd take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all.
You really sure you want to know?
Yes!
Maybe I'll tell you, and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you'd kept your fool mouth shut. Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future, and all the happy memories of your past. What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow? You sure you want that?
Come on, you don't need to threaten me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Well, of course I am. I wouldn't regret anything. It's not like we're not in the year 2028, right? It's not like we're sometime in the future. It's not like we're on the moon. Oh God, God, Alice, why do you have to fuck everything up? Before I could, fire exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear.
Good, there you are.
Did something happen?
Alice.
Yep.
Alice is...
Yep.
Look, she's in the...
Shut up. I don't even care anymore. This is up to like the 5th time. This game repeats its stuff too much. Yep. Oh, this is different. That was different. Okay. Alice! You're the girl from 999, aren't you? Oh, wait, no, she's not. The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. Fucking hell, I don't even want to go through this anymore. I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself, as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down, calm down. This looks pretty bad, but she deserved it. But you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. You can't, come on. The bracelet's off. Then at last I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. That's not true. Why? And I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Oh, it's a scalpel this time. Judging by the position of its handle, she had been stabbed through the heart. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest, and my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into a white-knuckled fist, and took a deep breath. All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Game's participants, except, of course, for Quark. We wanted to ask which one of them had killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they'd answer. All I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, ask myself, is this person a murderer? The looks they traded with one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak. it's bloody Dio. I know it's. Oh wait, no. It's not Dio. It was Alice, wasn't it? That flashback we saw in the when we were trying to put the password in. One of the first endings we got, I think it was. She raised the scalpel in her hands and stabbed herself. Well, we didn't see the stab bit, but she looked like she had the intent to kill herself.
Say something!
Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed.
Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
That could be a pretty logical solution. Oh.
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
I mean, he is the most guilty.
Are you nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me!
Hey, Clover, don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! Oh, I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards! You're all going to die just like she did!
Oh my god, this is gonna be that ending, isn't it?
9, 8,
Clover!
6, 5,
Clover!
3, 2.
Oh god. 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 Oh, we actually have what it takes to complete this ending. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hands around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No. There's no way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with a scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well,
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
she could have taken the scalpel then?
Yes, I think so.
You're lying. This is all a lie. It has to be.
It's not. It's the
Then
truth.
why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed
You
her.
just said she killed herself. Just tell me the truth. Then prove
I
it.
am.
Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof...
I do. I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the
Oh.
safe.
Well, Alice would have it then.
Fi, can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only 2 seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. Yeah, there it is. There it was, the journal. Fi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. When she looked back at me, it was both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin, but translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216.
Huh?
Turn to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Fi's frown deepened, but she did as I suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
I am Super Sigma. I just knew.
You just knew.
Come on, you used that excuse at the start of the game. Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say, right?
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of root of the 1/6. One of the symptoms of Radical 6 infection is an overwhelming urge to commit suicide. Research has shown that it would probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication, but no one's been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with the corpses of people who took their own lives. The unaffected have only barely managed to survive, and have been sent to an underground shelters supervised by the government.
Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
Let their future be a bright one. Fi shut the journal with a soft slap. Become as guards. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Temiyoji, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already started. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Fi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dia grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
So that means I'm with Kay
I
and
guess so.
Temiyoji?
Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please. You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands, roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
Alright, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Right. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner.
Yeah, can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room. Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Alright. I'm lucky we actually did the endings in the way I did them. I'm not sure what order people usually go in the... when I watched Nick Obi's version of the VLR, he started with Luna's Door, which means I think that was the far right. I don't remember though. And that quickly led into a to be continued thing. I'm not going to spoil anything there. But I started with the far left, not knowing it was the far left. I think the first door I chose was the lounge. With Alice, maybe it was? I don't know which one it was. I forgot who I went with. Yeah, it was Alice, because then the infirmary was Temiyoji. And the order we've gone in, we haven't come across too many to be continued. We've run into heaps of game overs, but we haven't run into too many things where the story just gets cut and we have to wait for something. Wait till another Sigma works out something. So I'm happy for that. I'm really happy for that.
You're awake!
Yeah,
I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh, Alice is dead. Radical 6 has basically swarmed everyone's body. And we're gonna die.
Oh god. Quark.
Tamioji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew close to him. Yay, embracing! He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulders, almost as if he was afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tamioji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tamioji didn't even notice his face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears twinkling down from the wrinkled corners of his face. His eyes, all traces of his usual gruff stoicism, had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a beautiful reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tamioji deserved a few minutes. I left him alone. So are we going with Tamioji and Quark then? I don't know who we're going with. Yeah, I don't actually know.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
Thanks, kid. I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tamioji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Oh, nice.
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Well, we've got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me! All the trouble time, heading to the warehouse in the elevator as it ascends to the Floor B room. We're going to Floor B warehouse, we're going to the Floor B warehouse. Where death is going to start. Where are we going this time, I wonder? Love hot chocolates. Ugh. It's cold. And so is my hot chocolate, because I made it like an hour ago, but I like it. There they are. We make it exactly on time. Always. 60% of the time, we make it on time. All
Chromatic
the time.
doors have opened.
Cool.
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake! And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked up at the others from behind Quark and held a warring finger to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which
All
door?
of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kane Glover only nodded.
Well, There's only one left.
Don't you mean right?
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds.
We
Hurry
were
up,
here for
Vi.
4 minutes and 30
This
seconds.
thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right.
I'd hate these kind of doors, honestly. I really hate these kind of doors that go downwards and up. Because I'm so tall, I'd probably almost hit the top. So if the door was to randomly close while I'm walking under, it would hit me before I got to the other side due to my tall size.
Sure.
It would hurt. Especially since we don't know the exact speed it's going down. Come on guys, there's no time to
Right
waste.
behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.